Cash Out is generally a good film. It's not perfect, and I'll expand on that in a little bit, but I'm happy to recommend it. This was released in 2024. It's directed by Randall Emmett, written by Dipo, Oseni, and Doug Richardson, and we have a cast including John Travolta and Kristin Davis, Lukas Haas, and various others. Really good performances, very well written characters, brilliant camera work, but the narrative is quite slow and not as exciting as it should have been, particularly with this type of film. It is about a heist at a bank, and Mason, played by John Travolta, has to negotiate with the lead negotiator, of course, and it just so happens that that person is his former partner. The lead negotiator is his former partner, which does make for some interesting moments, and I found that to be quite interesting. Would the film have been as good if he had never met the lead negotiator? Maybe not so much, because I do feel like the action is not as exciting as it should have been. The narrative isn't as gripping as it should be for a heist-based film, but I still enjoyed it enough. I still feel like there's enough substance here. As I said, the characters are well written. I enjoyed getting to know the characters. I enjoyed following the journey from their perspectives. The camera work, as I said, is really, really brilliant. So visually, it's quite a good film as well. In general, I feel like it needed to be a little bit more thrilling, a little bit more action-packed. It is a heist film. My heart should have raced a little bit more than it did. But in general, I think the narrative was otherwise well enough handled. The characters are well written. The performances are very good. Visually, it's rather impressive. So I don't have any complaints about this. I think it's a good enough film that I'm happy to recommend it. It only has 4.8 out of 10 on IMDb, which is not the strongest. I'd maybe rate it a little bit more highly than that. But I can also understand the rating, because when you go into a heist film, you do expect it to be a little bit quicker, a little bit more action-packed. So maybe I can understand the low rating. But either way, I thought it was a decent enough experience. If you're curious, I'd say check it out. Definitely with the lead negotiator, and that gave it a different angle to what most heist films have to offer. So something a little bit different. It works well. Characters, performances, camera work, amazing. Everything else, really good. Ticks all of the right boxes. Might not be as thrilling as a lot of films with a similar-ish premise, but nevertheless, I came away from it feeling pretty satisfied. And therefore, I'd say I'm pretty happy to recommend it.